It's really cool.
StreamYard. Well, okay, we're live.
Oh, I think we're live. We haven't. Hello. We haven't had a count in. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Simply Together show. We've been caught a little bit unawares because we didn't have our count in. So our countdown. Anyway, so welcome everybody. Out the window, as usual. It's raining. It's a bit chilly.
Yeah.
Have you got your blanket, the electric blankets on? Have you got your duvets all fluffed up because winter's on its way? Okay, right. So,
Wait, I thought it was here already. It's here
oh, is
already
it?
to me.
I haven't been outside, so I don't know. Maybe it's here. It's here. It's here, people. It's here. So I am hosting today with the lovely Nikkei. How you doing?
Hello, it's all good. Thank you. Very excited to
Good. And we've got
stuff.
two fabulous guests today. We've got Carolyn and we've got Lauren.
Hello.
Hi.
Just to let everybody know, she's just fantastic. She does our IT, she does our newsletters, she does our StreamYard, she does everything, absolutely everything. The Shelley Titmus, she does it all. She's not here today. So if I get taken off and then I come back and then I'm gone again, that's because Shelley's not here. It's her 50th birthday today. So I hope you're having a fantastic day.
Yes.
So, with that, I am going to have a chat with Carolyn, and Nikkei and Lauren may go off, may not. Don't know. Possibly. Oh. Look at that. No.
I'm back. I came back.
Really
Hi.
funny.
Okay,
Just
so
don't stay on for now until.
Yeah, just stay on. And...
Oh, look, Carolyn. See,
one by one. Oh.
No,
I
maybe we
think
should
we
all
should
just
just stay where
on.
we are.
So I will talk to Carolyn. If the two of you can put yourself on mute, then that will be wonderful. So hello, Carolyn. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Yes.
Good.
Yeah,
Busy.
Prepping for craft fairs for December.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about what you do.
I run for my side hustles, I suppose. I run two businesses. One is under Pellinor Gale, and that one is fine art and prints and t-shirts. And then Kaz Decorative Arts, which is the one which I do at craft fairs and on Etsy, is making earrings and brooches, predominantly earrings. Yep. And I also have, these are origami ones, but I also I work with recycled drinks cans. Oops, that's there. Those are made out of Pepsi cans, basically.
Really?
And also card. I like working with recyclable materials and upcycling things. So that's what I've been working on recently.
So where does this come from then? This gift that you have with craft things.
It's really interesting. A friend of mine said to me, I put something on a chat about practice, how I'd been working on some technique or other. And she came back and she said she'd never really thought about it. But actually, I have a creative head, absolutely. But a lot of my work is done by playing and working at things and then having a go and then having another go at it until I get good at it. But my mum was incredibly creative. So I had access to random arts materials and all sorts of stuff like that when I was a kid. So I've always had my hands on paint and glue and everything else. I can't help myself, I think, is probably where I would go with it. I enjoy it, but I just can't help myself. I need to be creating things and trying new things and learning new things. Why earrings? I was thinking about this yesterday because they are completely accessible. It doesn't matter what size I am. I've always been big. And earrings, I can go into any shop and buy a pair of earrings. I can go into Topshop or, and all the other kinds of shops where I couldn't fit their clothes, but I can fit their earrings and shoes.
I've never thought of that.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that did you know what? That's never even entered my head that actually, as a person the same who cannot buy clothes in Topshop because they're made for people that size, I can go in and buy earrings, jewelry, handbags, and shoes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
So
Okay.
I've always been, and it's the same with, because bracelets and necklaces can have a size issue sometimes, not often, but every now and then you buy one and it's here somewhere. Whereas brooches and earrings that I make are things that everybody and anybody can wear.
So obviously I had the pleasure of meeting your mum, and in her flat she had stuff. There was stuff galore, wasn't there?
Yes, yeah. She was always making something. I think often we are attracted to what we are exposed to, and then you have to have a certain attraction to it as well. Because my mum was a collector as well as being creative, so my other sisters are quite often collectors more than creatives, or they're creative in different ways. They're writers, writer, graphic designer, and collector. A couple of collectors. So we all have taken something from mum, and mine has always been the making.
So in between the making, then I'm presuming you have to do a regular job as well.
Yes, yeah. I'm practice manager for an osteopathic clinic part-time. So yeah, so that's what I do for my day job. I have done so many different kinds of jobs. So I've managed reception teams in a GP practice. I've done NHS admin. I've done sandwich factory. I've done cleaning houses. And most of it's been to support either my education or my creative stuff.
Yeah.
Because the bills have to be paid, So yeah.
So as you're working part-time, and at some point that's going to stop.
This is
that's
thing.
A bit of inside information, people.
This is what everybody else in my life thinks that I should be doing. Yeah, absolutely. But you have to be able to make enough money to do it.
Yeah,
I'm working on it. I am working on it. The marketing's the hardest thing. So
why is it so hard then, marketing?
Well, because there are so many different guidelines around what you're supposed to do. So there's build an audience, find people who like your stuff, and then most people will buy more of something they like. And then there's the time it takes. Instagram takes time, and while you're doing that, you're not making things. So it's although I quite like Instagram because it's an act of creativity in itself. Etsy's the same. I've got to photograph the things, I've got to upload the things, I've got to write the blurb, I've got to then advertise the blurb on all of my social media, and again that takes time. Now I'm already working part-time on a day job, so I've got that, and I want to make things, and I've got to do it. So it's a slow process. But I am gathering traction, and I do the craft fairs partly because it gives me audience feedback. What are people attracted to? What do they look at on my table? What do they pick up and go, oh, that's nice? Whether they can afford it or not is another thing. And then pricing's the other thing.
Yeah.
Because of course, if you do the algorithm you're given by the general kind of a consensus of time, materials, and all of your overheads, you can price yourself out of the market unless you're making certain kinds of things, because making it by hand takes time. It has taken me, I've been working on some card earrings. I can show you actually. So these will be hung from fastenings. They're made from card. They'll be varnished as well. They're not varnished yet.
Okay.
But they that's probably about 3 days work, and I haven't even constructed them yet, and they're not varnished because I've got to make the surface, I've got to make the card, and everything else. So everything takes hours, and you will, unless you're doing incredibly high-end Harvey Nicks stuff, you are not going to get paid what you probably should be paid for it. So it's pricing, it can be a problem as well.
And that's one of the things, isn't it? When you're there trying to sell them, there will be people who will purchase them and respect and understand the price.
Yeah.
And then there will be others who in their mind will think, actually, I could go and get 5 pairs in I don't know, Primark for that.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it is a different audience, that, you know, the one that understands that there was time taken creating that thing. I also think the other thing I was thinking about, I've lost an earring.
Just dropped. It's dropped off, hasn't it?
Yeah, I do this with my shoulders and they gradually work their way out unless I put a back on them.
So Janetti has just said, well done for your creative spark and willingness to support it. And she hears you about juggling all and trying to manage it, because Janetti that's a whole different, she needs to come on the show herself. And I think she has already. She needs to come on again, because she writes and she produces and she does theatre and blah, blah, blah. Loads and loads and loads. Are you wearing one of your pieces? I noticed you only have one earring in. So we've both got them on.
Yeah, these are origami ones. Let me just show you. Look. There we are.
Yeah.
They're folded origami. And then, so if I can get it back in again now. There you are.
And these, where did you get the paper from?
Paris.
When we went to Paris, we went into was it a bookshop?
Yeah, stationery and bookshop.
Stationery, yes, yes. And Carolyn found this absolutely fabulous paper. What did you get? 3 different sheets, I think.
Yeah. I am very attracted to paper.
Why?
Something about the color and texture. There's something about the feel of paper, and it's an incredibly versatile material, because you can take it from quilling, which is where you roll it into little rolls and then have it in shapes that are flat. You can mash it up and add glue to it and create papier-mâché. It is a universal product. It's been used across lots of different kinds of cultures. The Mexicans do papier-mâché and they create these amazing triptychs. So yeah, it's incredibly versatile. And then you've got things like the Japanese folding, the origami, and then you've got it's just exciting, and all that from a tree.
So I've got another question then. Would vintage wallpaper work well?
Yes. Yep. Yeah. And you can buy, you can ask, like in John Lewis and stuff, you can go and look at the really expensive wallpapers, and you can often get a sample from them. Yeah. You have to, it needs to be not too thick. It needs to have some sturdiness to it, but not be too thick. These ones are made in sections. You fold 3 pieces together, and then you have to kind of manipulate them to point the corners into the pockets of the other piece. So they're really, I can't remember, it begins with a K, the word for these, but they're actually not folded. You know how often they're folded in one piece? These are folded in 3 separate pieces, tiny little 2 centimeter by 2 centimeter squares. So quite fiddly. It takes time to make.
I'm just thinking that our next trip to London, whenever that will be, maybe we need to go into Liberties and get some samples.
Maybe.
I think we need to do that.
If only because having beautiful paper is just a delicious thing anyway. You can do so much with it. I mean, to be quite honest, if it's nice designs, you can cut a piece with the pinking shears and put it on the front of a blank card, and you have a beautiful card. You know, it's you can do quite a lot of fun stuff with paper.
So you've got some craft fairs coming up, haven't you?
I have, yes. 2nd and 3rd of December, I'm in Hitchin at the Schools Museum, which I think is a fascinating place anyway, because it's actually a museum. It's based in an old Victorian school, and it's a museum about schools and kind of Victorian schooling. We're in the little hall. I've done that one a couple of times. It's really sweet. It's a little craft fair. And then the 5th, I'm in a private company, which I got invited to, which was very exciting. So when you're growing a business and someone's seen your work and goes, I really like your work, would you like to be part of our craft fair? And then the 9th and 10th, I'm doing the biggest one that I've done which is Rushden Lakes in Northamptonshire, which is a big retail park. I'll be outside, which will be.
Oh no, you didn't tell me it was outside.
Did I
What the hell? I'm going to help on the 10th. No, you never said it was outside.
Yeah, it's outside. You'll need to bring your
Oh,
thermal
God.
and 6 socks. But it's a big one in the retail park in Northamptonshire called Rushden Lakes, which is also a beautiful retail park because it's actually set next to Rushden Lakes, which is a massive lake you can actually walk around as well. And it has a nice cafes and restaurants and all sorts. It's a very nice place.
Wonderful. So what we'll do is we'll put the dates of your things on our Facebook page. We'll share that out to people so that they then know. Don't disappear, because Nike's now going to come on and talk to Lauren. So don't disappear. And if we've got time, then we'll get you back on. But yes.
All right. Thank you very much for having me.
If anyone needs to know anything, you can contact me. It's fine. Nike, over to you.
Hello, welcome. Yes, I'll just say before you go, Carolyn, I loved your thought process about earrings being accessible to everybody.
Yeah.
Because like Cecile said, she got it's been the same for me. So yeah, fantastic. I'm looking forward to seeing more of your stuff.
Thank you.
Oakley, no worries. So with that being said, now we're going to speak with Lauren. Hello, Lauren.
Hello, Nike. Hello, everyone.
So yes, so thank you very much for joining. So just for everybody out there that is watching, including our international guest, as someone in my inner D there. If you could just tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
So of course, can you hear me okay? Can you hear me? Great. Before I start, so my name is Lauren. I work with Next Generation Youth Theatre, and that's NGYT for short. And we run dance, theatre and arts opportunities for young people in Luton, outside of Luton, ages 0 to 25. So early years, really, really, really tiny. The first experiences of art and theatre and performing arts, all the way up to young adults that we work with. And our work spreads across the community in our community settings, literally in the evening sessions that we run and events, but also and projects, but also into schools and education as well.
Oh wow, that sounds amazing. So you said from 0 to 25. So when you get like the little babies in, what do you do with them?
So we run I guess it's an event, a session called Tale Shakers, TALE Shakers, and it's a storytelling play. We play games with them, and it's for parents and carers as well. So really, we created Tale Shakers and it's also movement as well. So we created Tale Shakers because we felt like there was a gap in the market in Luton in particular, where there's early years provisions, but in terms of play and storytelling and engaging young people from tiny, really, really, really low ages, to really get them into arts and engagement, and with parents engaging them within the arts at a very young age. So the theory is as they grow older, they will be used to that. They will be even used to expressing themselves and even more, using their imaginations to act out stories and almost engage them in literacy, but also movement, also theatre. And so the session starts with a game. It will start with a warm-up. We play games with them, with the adults too, to join in. And then we end with a baby rave. So it's like a huge rave.
Oh, wow.
And we mix the music to make sure that it appeals to parents and carers and also young people as well. But it's very unique in terms of music choices. Our director Laura and her husband David, so they definitely team up to edit the playlist, to choose the songs, and also our director David, he writes the stories. So the stories themselves are spoken word and they're original stories. So we don't just bring in stories from other people. We write our own and we create our own work with young people in mind, because they are the focus and the heart of what we do. So everything's really carefully thought out. But the playlists, they're banging. I know I'm a bit biased, but they're great playlists.
It sounds really interesting. So your participants, do they get to join in the writing side as well?
Yeah, so we when we can, we run a writers group as well. We have run a writers group with the Writers Collective, and we always inform, or our young people inform, the work that we do. So everything that we create starts with a conversation with our young people, whether they are 3 to 11, 11 plus, 14 to 25. All of our groups and companies that we run in the community and in schools, we start with a conversation with young people. What do you want to say to your audience? What's really important to you right now? What do you want adults or other people in the community to know? What do you want other people outside of Luton to know? We also work in Central Bedfordshire now with a project at the moment called Company B in Dunstable, in partnership with Mind BLMK, also with Central Bedfordshire, also with Carers in Bedfordshire. And we're working with them to just find out what they want to create. What do you want to do? Do you want to write? Do you want to produce? Do you want to work on lighting? Do you want to work on costume? Do you want to work on stage design? Do you want to direct? And they get to create from complete scratch, and we will support them. And so that is really what we do. We encourage young people to develop their confidence and their self-esteem and ownership over what they're creating. And we've just found that the way that we work really does mean a lot to young people that we work with. So we think that's the best, and also it's the best way to create. Our ideas might be really outdated to what we think young people want or what young people are like even. And actually the best thing to do is just to speak to young people and ask them, learn about them.
Yeah. So how do people access these programs then?
So they can, if they pop onto our website, it's ngyt.co.uk, and we have lots of information on our website. We also have a sign-up form. So if young people would like to attend, or you know any young people that you would like to sign up and try NGYT sessions, you can go to ngyt.co.uk/sign-up. And that form will come to us, and we will invite you to try our sessions for free. And we also provide scholarships and free places for young people who might not be able to access arts activities otherwise. And we're really happy to have some partners who fund that with us. So we have the Culture Trust Luton, we have Directional CIC, and also Bedfordshire Veru as well, who fund our work to enable us to offer free places for young people to attend. So I don't want anyone to be put off by, oh, okay, we're signing up, but then what happens next? We have all the information on our website, and if anyone needs to get in contact, they can get in contact on our socials. I can pull that up quickly. So we're NGYT UK on Instagram, NGYT UK on Facebook, and on NGYT_UK on Twitter as well.
Okay, so when you go into, I've got so many questions. I've never heard.
Yeah, go for it. I love that.
When you go into schools, so what is it by invitation? Do you approach them? What's your objective?
I think both, really. So we're really lucky in the sense that recently we've had a lot of schools getting in contact because they really want lots of performing arts and education provision. So we provide clubs for schools, so drama and dance clubs for primary school age, but also secondary school. Thank you, Dee. And we also provide projects. So we're an ArtSmart partner and Arts Award supporter, which means if the schools are signed up for those programs, they can work with us and work towards getting their schools special awards, which is fantastic, and young people too. But they approach us, so we can provide drama clubs as well, but also dance curriculum. So within the curriculum in schools, in PE curriculum, dance is a requirement. And not all schools feel confident enough or comfortable enough to deliver that themselves. So that's where we come in. We'll come in and we'll deliver dance curriculum. We can deliver any projects, anything a school would like if they have an idea but they're not sure how to carry that out, whether that's a performance project or an arts project, they can get in touch with us and we can create bespoke programs for them. And we can work with the schools and with their budget to create that as well. Secondary and primary schools. But yes, a mixture of, we might approach some schools to ask if they'd like any projects or provision that we can provide, and we can provide examples, or a lot of the time we're very lucky and fortunate that a lot of schools come to us because of what we do, and we've been recommended, which we're so happy and thankful for.
Wow. So have you ever helped, that was a silly question, but have you ever helped schools put on their school play?
We have, yes. So every year, as a school, St Martin's de Porres, we work with them to choreograph their end of year production, and they have 6 weeks to do it in. And so they perform that. And yes, we've done a few over the years. I've been with NGYT for nearly 10 years, but NGYT has been running since 2012. So 11 years. Yeah.
Wow.
So we love that, but we do like to create our own work with young people. But if you need us to choreograph your end of year production, then we can do that too.
Wow. Oh, that's amazing. So, okay, so I just got a little bit distracted there. I do apologize. Okay. So I was going to ask you, so for all the kids and babies and things that come through your door, do you have more men, you know what I mean, more boys than girls? Or,
it's a mixture.
Or is it equal? A mixture.
It's a huge mix. It's a huge mixture. Some sessions might have, like my street dance class has lots of boys, and we have lots of young people, the non-binary young people from all genders. Everyone is welcome at NGYT. We're inclusive. So if anyone from the LGBTQ plus community, from anyone, any community in Luton is welcome, but all ages and all genders. Yeah.
Fantastic. Wow. That's brilliant.
Okay. Well, I know. That's really, it's really cool because it sounds like it's elevated from your typical drama club and things that, you know, I kind of knew when I was growing up. I'm a bit ancient anyway, but we don't need to go down there. So yeah, it sounds really, really good.
Thank you. I think
the only other thing I was going to ask. So I was going to ask if you put on any productions that people pay to come and watch.
We do. We have our senior companies put on a production at the end of the year in July. So I'll absolutely invite you guys. We'd love you to come join us. We also have some showcases coming up in December and end of November for our younger companies. So our 6 to 18 musical theatre company, and also our 11 plus theatre company, iGen Theatre Company too. They'll be at the Hat Factory. So I can send over some information to share about those.
Amazing.
No worries. Thank you very much.
Wow.
Definitely. Send it all over to, and we'll put it out on our Facebook page and the rest of our socials as well.
Thank you.
A lot going on at the Hat Factory because we're there. Not this weekend, the next weekend, the 25th.
Okay, yeah. Okay, great. I'll have a little look.
International Men's Day. So, and even though it's International Men's Day and it is about the men, and the men are going to be there talking about everything that they want to talk about and what they want to share, women need to be there as well. They need to hear, the women need to hear what the men are saying. So it's not just, you know, a men's day. Women are more than welcome to come along. So that's at the Hat Factory on the 25th from 12 till 5, and it's free. Just go on Eventbrite, book yourself a ticket. It's free. Not going to cost you a penny. Even if you're just popping in, just pop in, come and have a listen, say hello. Would really love to see you there. But it's always an absolutely fabulous event. So yes, we will be there at the Hat Factory. That's all we've got time for today. Thank you, Carolyn. Thank you, my lovely. Lovely. Thank you. Thank you, Lauren, as well, for sharing stuff that you guys are doing in the community.
Honestly, it sounds amazing.
Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So, anything else, Nikkei, or are we going?
No, I've absolutely enjoyed everything I've heard today. Yeah, that's really great stuff. So
Wonderful.
thank you for sharing,
Wonderful.
everybody.
So we'll be back here next week, 12 o'clock as usual, most probably talking about International Men's Day. Just reminding you again, if you haven't got a ticket, to go and get one. But please go onto our Facebook page. If you're watching on Catch Up, let us know you're watching on Catch Up, say hello, and sign up for our newsletter so that you know everything that we're doing and what's going on in the community. So lovely to have had you all. See everybody next week.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Thank you.
It might end. It might not end. We're still there. We're still there. Oh my God, we're still there.
That's
You
so
have to
funny.
play musical
Who
statues.
can sing? Who can sing then? Do a bit of dancing, maybe? I don't know.
Dancing. Well, I would say, as we're still here, because Lauren did mention street dancing. I did used to go to a street dance at the
Did you?
at the Hat Factory. Yes.
Did you? I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that
Okay,
was
so
so
funny.
amazing.
So if I need some dance cover, then you can cover me, Nico.
Oh, jokes.
You can teach for me.
if let's rephrase it the other way. If you want to crush your dance show, then you call me, because yes,
Okay, I'll hold
our
you to
dance
that.
skills are not commensurate with our complexion. So, but no, I did. It was a really fun way to keep fit.
It really is. I think dance and theatre can be really scary for some people. Like you said, like you think about drama club when you're younger, and some adults go, "Oh no, I don't want to do that again." And what we do is so different to that, which is why we just invite lots of people to just come and try it and just see what they think. And if they love it, then they would love them to come and stay. So
you need to extend it for oldies now.
we
Some of us
did
would
a
quite
project.
like to
You're
do
not
some
old.
street dance.
You're not old. We did run a project with Team Beds in Luton a few years ago now, and it was a workplace competition where different workplaces worked with us, and we went head to head and performed. And they were adults, and they just really had an interest in dance. It was just fun. It was just fun. We just different types of dance, different songs, and then the idea was to compete at a competition. So it'd be like a dance off. And that was good fun. That was good fun.
Fantastic.
But yeah, we bring on more dance in Luton, rest of it.
I've been looking for talking of keeping fit. I don't enjoy the gym, and I don't enjoy exercise classes particularly, and I've been looking for ways to incorporate dance into my life. But I'm in Northampton, unfortunately, not Luton. I did find a possible Bhangra class, which looked exciting. Go and learn Bhangra dancing. Wow. But yeah, I still haven't found anywhere other than the standard kind of Zumba class, which I've been to, and more aerobic than dance quite a lot of the time.
Yeah, I think it depends. The thing with I really love Zumba, but you are quite right. If you don't get the right instructor, it is just another aerobics class.
Yeah.
Because the thing with Zumba, it's supposed to be fun, and it's supposed to have like a party fiesta kind of atmosphere.
Yes. Yeah.
And the absence of that is just, doesn't do it justice, basically.
So we are coming to an end. We are coming to a close. What we need to do is we need to just press on the leave studio button.
Okay.
So again, thank you all for being here, and have a good day.
Enjoy.
And see you soon.
Have a wonderful day.
Take care. Bye. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye.